Okay, good evening to you all. Today is 1st September 2024, and we are about to hold this session where we are going to solve all stages in our just concluded data analysis using Excel live competition. We held the competition on 30th of August 2024, which is day before yesterday. I promised you that, of course, we are going to solve all the questions we asked you during the competition so that you can be put on the, path on how to solve the questions and how to respond to uh, questions like that. So, first of all, just to give you an overview, like I said, what we are going to solve has to do with the questions some of you have attended already, and uh, I'm going to show you steps on how to solve questions like that within a short period of time, and it's going to help you because I told you most of the maybe interview that you are going to be uh, participating in, it's going to be like that because nobody will give you 1 day or 2 days. It's just going to be 1 hour or it's going to be less than that. And the questions are going to look somehow similar with the questions in the competition. So you need to learn how to crack your brain and to work very hard in order for you to solve these questions. And data analysis, like I said, I've been saying, is like uh, uh, mathematics, where if it is 1 plus 1 is 2 in Nigeria, anywhere you go, 1 plus 1 remain 2. So it doesn't change. Everything is static and is rigid. So whatever you solve is going to be the same answer to whatever another person is solving somewhere. So it's just like maybe you can follow different procedure to get the answer, but the answer must be the same. Okay, so before we start, let me take you through all the stages that we have. So the stages that we have in the live competition, we have about 4 stages. So number one stage is stage one is all about data cleaning and analysis. But we didn't even ask anything related to data cleaning in the stage because most of the question has nothing, most of it to do with data cleaning is more of data analysis. But stage two, we expect some of you to clean the data, which intentionally we allow you to be. We didn't ask you much in that, so we expect you to clean the data before you start the answering the questions. So okay, I'm so sorry. I have an important call, so I'm sorry for that. So for the stage two is more of that, like I said. So stage three uh, is about visualization of what you analyzed and creating of dashboard. That's what stage three is all about. So that why we allowed the winner who look at it. Because what you did, I wasn't expecting it to be like that because immediately after stage two, we got the winner. That's not how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to take the people up till stage three. But I mean, when we reach stage two, is only one person that did something that he can visualize it. All the rest didn't do anything. So I don't know what they are going to visualize and the rest. So that's why we just kind of allow it to slide and just let it go. But of course, today we are going to visualize what we analyzed and also to create a dashboard on that so that you are going to see that also. So the last stage is the data reporting stage, which we allow the winner to present what he did. Of course, he explained like 1 to 2 graphs that he developed, but It's not the way we want it to be. It's not that perfect, but it's okay. It's just at the beginning we are trying to see that uh, since this is the beginning and people are not used to it, so that why we allow it to go. And of course, after his presentation, we announced him that he's the winner and he got the prize of 100,000. But seriously, let me say this to all of you. What we did now is very simple, and people didn't uh you know hold to our expectation because the performance is to 99% poor. If I'm to personally, to me, if not my staff that did all this and they're the one that maybe to give the prize and whatever, if it is me personally, nobody deserve 1K from me. Nobody deserve even 2,000, because the first stage we have about 20 questions. The highest in stage one is the person that got 7 marks. That's the highest. So you got 7 out of 20. How many percent? Is very low. So, but of course, we move forward to stage two, also this and that. But please try as much as you can to kind of learn how to do that. Someone telling me is network. Please forget about all such excuses. It's okay. I ask you to use different networks. Of course, I know sometimes it might happen, but if network caused such to you, I'm sorry for that. But yeah. So please, let's just go to stage one and answer the 20 questions that we asked in stage one. Let's just go and see how the questions are. So I will stop my sharing my screen until I open the file. So when I open the file, I'll bring back my screen and you're going to see it right now. So let me share my screen, please. If you can see it, let me know in the chat. Can you all see my screen, please? If you can see my screen, let me know, please, so that we can start. So I asked you, first of all, this is just an instruction page, and you were asked to just write your, your participation code, which was issued to you few hours before the beginning or starting of the competition. And there are many people that were asking me, where are they going to put their participation? Write your participation code below. I don't know, there is no any below line than this. Even if you try to write it anywhere, this is the only place you can write something across all this sheet. That's the only place you can touch. So you need to write, learn that you need to write your code here, whatever it is, ADTL00. You can write whatever. I can just say 0100. For example, just write your number. So here it is. These are the questions. You only have 2 columns or 3: employees, or let's say you have serial number, employees, amount per day, number of days. These are the only columns you have. All these are the questions. Please look at it. All these are the questions that you have. So now, uh, you are going to answer all these questions are 20 questions. So you are going to answer all the questions. That's what you are going to do. You're going to answer all the questions. I'm sorry. You're going to answer all the questions. Sorry, I'm sharing my screen back. You're going to answer all the questions in time. And the more you answer the question, the more you qualify. So go ahead. Each question you read and you didn't understand it the way it is in this type of competition, any question you answer, you read and you didn't understand the question, please, you don't have time to think, move. That's how, until when you are done and maybe you have time, then you come back to the questions that you skip. But any question you read, you didn't get it, please just move to the next one, because you need to be very fast. You need to be as fast as you can. Sometimes you don't even need to read all the questions. Once you started reading the questions, if you fully understand where it's heading to, please go ahead. Because this file that we shared with you, immediately you answered the question correctly, it will just mark good for you here at the top here under this E2. You see, each question, immediately we answer it correctly, is going to tick good for us. So once you answered it, you will see a good tick. That means you got the question. Then you move forward. Once you did it, you didn't get it, please move. Don't waste your time. You don't have time to waste. You move. So let's start answering the question. I will just read the question out loud. Then I will, answer it, and you're going to see exactly how to do that. So number one question said that using the amount, I'm just reading the questions, please. I'm just using the question. Uh, 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 so here it is. I think is good like this. You can see the question you too. Okay, so let me say this. So using the amount per day, a number of these columns, that is, we're just telling you that using the amount per day, this is amount per day, and this is the number of days. Calculate the total amount to be paid. So then we put it as gross salary. So from here, take it at the back of your mind. It's going to be gross salary for each employee. So wherever we ask a question that has to do with gross salary, please, your mind should give you, this is what we need. The answer you're going to get here is what we are after. That's our gross salary. Please take note on that. So that's why we said this. So now you're just going to say equals to this C2 multiplied by this number of days. That's all. Then you press enter, then you double click. Immediately we take a look at what happened here. You see, good, and it put 1 here. That's all. You got the question. That's how it is. It's not something big. It's not something difficult. Then now we ask you to calculate the VAT on the total amount to be paid. You see, again, gross salary for each employee. What we need to calculate the VAT, the value added tax that they are going to pay to the, revenue services board and whatever. So just click here and say multiply by 5%, enter, and that's all. Then you double click here and you see tick good. We are done. Within few seconds, you can do all this. It's not something difficult. Within few seconds, what we need your accuracy and timeliness in answering all these questions. Now it asks you to calculate the total VAT for all the employees combined. All you need to is say sum. This is the VAT. Then you did this and you press enter, and that's all. We got the VAT. That's all. That's all. I just say sum, open bracket. I just highlight it and I just got the answer. So again, what we need again, apply a 10% deduction on the total amount to be paid for each employee. 10%. All you need to is equals to this multiplied by 10%. Enter. Then you double click. And that's all. You got the answer. We are just deducting 10%, and this is 10%. So when we said you deduct 10%, just multiply it, get the 10% deduction of the salary. So we are removing 207 from this employee, 126 from this, 226 from this. That's how it just apply it across. Then we ask you to calculate the average total amount to be paid for all the employees. All the employees, average amount. So in this question, you need to know that average amount. What is the average amount that we need to pay? What is the average amount we need to pay for all the employees? So you need to say equals to average. We say all employee, average, open bracket, then we highlight the gross salary, we press enter. And look at it, we got the question. That's the average. All the employees, the average amount is 4 million, because we just know what the average formula is all about. I don't need to explain that. So that way we are not explaining, I'm just explaining the questions and answering it for you. Write an Excel formula to calculate the sum of all total amount to be paid across all the employees. So we are just going sum. That's all. Sum, then this, then this, and press enter. So that's all what we need to get. We just need to get the sum of all the gross. Take note, that way I told you, you need to understand this gross salary from the beginning, so that you will know whenever we say gross salary, we are talking about that salary that you got multiplied by this. After applying the deduction, calculate the cost of service for each employee after applying the deduction. Please take note. What are the deductions that we have? Take note, there are 2 deductions that we have now. Okay, so now what do we have now? We have in our deduction, what we have is, this is the VAT that we are paying, and also we have another deduction of this. So we are saying this minus this minus this. That what will give us the amount per person. So it's going to be the our cost of service. Okay, so now we are going to say equals to this gross salary minus this VAT minus this 10%, and then we apply it here, and let's see. Okay, sorry. After applying the deduction, calculate the cost of service for each employee. Okay, so the cost of service of each employee. Okay, so it's going to be equals to it's going to be deduction that we are going to pay. So it's going to be deduction we are going to pay, not forget about the not the VAT. It's only the deduction. Applying the deduction. Please understand this. Sorry. After applying the deduction, that's what they said the question. So just remove this out of the gross salary to get that. So just remove that. Okay, so we got the question. So please don't put the VAT. It's just saying after applying the deduction. So that's what you are going to do. So after applying the deduction, so it's only this 10% deduction that we did that we are going to use. So excluding the VAT. So forget about the VAT. So again, we are calculate the total cost of services for all employees combined. So now we got the cost of services column is here. So we are just going to say sum equals to this. That is this cost of service is the 22 whatever. That's the cost of service. And again, we have the calculate the average cost of service. Then we are going to say equals to average. We are getting the average cost of service and we are applying it across all here to get the cost of service like this. Considering VAT and deduction, calculate the total final amount. Calculate the final total amount to be paid. That is the net salary of the each employee. So now this is where I apply that formula that I thought it had to do with that. But here you are going to apply the to minus the VAT and you are going to minus the deduction. So we are going to say equals to, like I did in that formula, this minus y is VAT, this minus y is deduction, this, then we press enter. Sorry, let me accept some people. So here it is, then I will double click and we got the question because we are applying all the deduction. That is the two deduction that we have from our gross salary. So write Excel formula to calculate the sum of all total to be paid as net salary. So let's get our net salary. This is our net salary now. So here it is. Then I got the net salary and you will see you got tick here. Calculate the average total to be paid for all employees in the net salary. So we are going to say average again. This is our net salary and we're getting the average of net salary. And you see, we got tick and we got the question correctly. Calculate the employee with lowest number of days. So I'm going to say equals to mean open bracket. So I'm getting the employee with lowest number, enter, and is 10. So this is the 10. Count employee who worked more than 15 days, employees that work more than 15 days. So we are going to say equals to count if, because we are counting the employees with more than 15 days, please, we are counting them. So we are going to say count if, then we give a criteria in counting. Where are we highlighting it? Then we are highlighting it. This is our range, comma. Then we are putting the greater than 15 days because that's what we asked to do. Then I'll put it inside double quote and say 15 inside double quote. That's our criteria. Then I'll press enter and it gives us what? 28. So we have employees, 28 employees that works more than 15 days. That is 16 and above. So 15 is excluded. So this is how you got the question and it will say good, you got the question. So now this question is asking you to identify the top employees with the highest total amount of to be paid as net salary. So now we are talking about the net salary. We want to know the top 5 employees with the what? With the highest salary. That is with the highest net salary. So we are going to say large open bracket. Where is our net salary. This is our net salary, comma, then I'll press 1, then I'll close it and press enter. Immediately you did this, you got the question. Why? Because once you got this question, even if you move, unless maybe there is someone that did it all with not you, he will got more marks than you. But even if you did that, you'll get good here. But what you are going to do, we expect you to, of course, lock this formula. When you lock it, then you drag this. Sorry. Then you drag it to this 5 that we just gave you. Come here and change this to 2. Come here and change this to 3. Come here and change this to 4. And come here and change this to 5. So now you got the top 5 people with the what? Highest net salary. So let's move to number 17. Find the employee who worked the most days. That is who has the highest working day. So what are we going to do? We are just going to apply the marks. Let's know the employees to just say marks. Then we just apply it here. Press enter. So the employee with the most working day is 20. So if we want to know him, we just go and this. So that's it. Find the minimum total amount to be paid for all the employees. So the minimum amount, so I'm just going to say equals to main open bracket. So here, so we are just going to, let me see if they mean this, because to me, if they mean this, you see, since they didn't say gross, that's why I go back to that question, because if it is me, since they just say find the minimum total amount to be paid for all employees. You see, they didn't say gross, they didn't say net. So you need to go back to the main salary, that is this salary. You need to apply it there. If you apply it on gross or net, you are not going to get the correct answer. Please understand that. Identify the bottom 5 employees. So we are going to say small open bracket. So now, lowest total salary, bottom 5. So we are going to say this. So this question, to me, sorry, okay, I need to, sorry. Yeah, after this, I need to put this. So in this question, the way they asked that one, since they didn't say gross, they didn't say net, so you need to go back to the main salary. So that's why I thought if I apply it will not work, but yeah, it's correct. Not understand that, not this one, because in this one they ask for the net. That's why they just confuse you. Now here they ask for the net, while here they ask for the main salary. So please understand that so that you will not get confused. If not, you will get confused. So now you just come here and change this to 2. Then you change this to 3. You change this to 4. And you change this to 5. So once you did this, you are done. And this is it. So now the last one is, each employee is printing 20 books per day. How long will it take 3 employees to print 200 books? This is just quantitative reasoning. It's just, okay, it's not part of, but it's something that, of course, you need to reason it to answer the questions. All you need to do is just, okay, you have 3 employees and each employee print 20 books. Then you say 3 times 20 is going to give you 60. And how many minutes will it take to print 200 books? Then you say 200. What is the minutes per minute? We have 60 seconds in every minute. Then we are going to say 200 divided by 60, because 60 people, these 3 people can print 60 per day. So when we calculate it, it's going to give us the answer. So we're going to say 200 divided by 60, and it will give us how many books these people can can print. So let's see how many books they can print. How long will it take them to 3 employees to print 200 books? So let's see. Okay, so I'm going to say equals to 200 divided by 60. So that's it. So now if we press enter, it will give us this, and this is the answer. And whatever you got, it will tell you this. This is the answer. So please, this is it. We just said, like say 200 divided by 60 equals to 200 divided by 60. And that's all. So this is the 20 questions that were given to you. And we expect you to answer as many as you can, even if you didn't finish all the questions in time. But at least we expect you to answer at least 10 questions or more than 10 within that minutes. Because the reason why we give you these 20 questions and we ask you to answer them in 20 minutes is because we have about 50 participants or 50 people that shown interest. They shown their interest, 50 of them, they want to participate, about 50. So tell me, this is the only way for us to, remove those that we don't want, those that are not serious or that are not up to the task, are not that fast, So this is the best way for us to do that. So that when we ask this question, we need accuracy, we need timeliness of the person. After you are done with it, then you move to the next stage. But believe me, since this stage, a lot of people are out. When we apply this stage, it's only 7 or 9 people or 7, I think, also that just moved to the next stage, which is very unfortunate. The highest are 7. It's only 2 people that got 7 marks. The next person that followed them, I think, is 6, then 5, then 4. That's the only. Then we have a lot of zeros, a lot of 2. Someone, I don't even know how he got the answer. He keep writing it with his. I think he used calculator. I don't even know how he did it. So this is how you can do it. And this is stage 1. And I think we'll take a recess, just rest at least, because after like 10 minutes, then we'll come back. But let's just hear from you. If you have any question, you can ask in the chat so that we can move to stage 2 when we resume and we continue from there. Oh, I think we can use the 7 minutes that left and start stage 2. But what do you say? Can we start stage 2? Because this is the file for stage 2. When you write your codes and we move, this is the stage 2. So these are the questions under stage 2. Like I told you, we expect you to clean the data, because this said that analyze the total number of participants by state. So first of all, you need to get the states. So you need to write, that's why we create these 2 columns for you. So you need to write state here and then you write participants. That's what we expect from you, participants and state. You need to do that. You need to do that. Participant and state, you need to write this. So after this, then you need to get the name of the state. That way you don't have pivot table, you don't have anything. All you need to, that's what we asked you not to do, use that. All you need to is to find that, because the winner, of course, the winner try his best to just capture the name of the state he can. But by me looking at this, you can see that Zamfara, we have Zamfara State. You see, it's just something else. We have Kano State. So just scroll down and see the name of the state you have. So first of all, to me, what I'm going to do, if it is me, I'll just scroll and just see, yeah, there is discrepancy in the data. Why? Because some has state, some doesn't. So I'm getting rid of the state. So what I'm going to do, just take note, I'm just going to control here. What I'm going to do, I'm just replacing the state with empty. First of all, I'm just going to state and just replace state with empty. Yeah, that's all. That's all what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything. I'm deleting the state. So state, I'm replacing the state with empty. Sorry. Okay, you cannot use this unprotected sheet. Okay, so I cannot do that again. So I cannot do that again. I cannot replace. Okay, so I am going to, as fast as I can, I'm going to, sorry. Okay, you cannot touch it. It's okay. It's okay. Just write the state that you can. Just write the state that you can. So what I'm going to do again, like I told you, because the winner did that and he got it correctly. So I'll just highlight, go through the name of the states, look at it. I'll just see that there is state of Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, FCT, Kano. So I'll just come back here. I'll just keep writing them. Zamfara, and I have Zamfara State, because sorry, me, I'm very fast to type. I don't know how fast you are, but you can only be fast in typing when you are practicing, when you practice more. If you don't, please forget it. You cannot do it. So I'm just going to say state. How did FCT? So is this FCT? So this is it. Or maybe I don't know how it was written. So let me copy and paste it here. So I'll say Katsina. So those that I don't know how they were written, I can just copy them and paste if I want. So we have Kaduna, of course. Then we have Jigawa. We have Sokoto. Then we have Oshun. We have Taraba. I think I saw Borno down here. We also have Sokoto State. Okay, here under Oshun. Sokoto. So I need to put Oshun here. Then I think the last one I saw. Then we have this jig. I don't know why we got this jig, but it's Jigawa. So if I want, I can just, okay, we can update it. So I will put jig. Then I will put Borno State, Borno. So when we have Borno State. So I will put this jig. I'll put this jig. Borno. Then Borno State. Please understand this, and that's what you are going to do. So now we are applying count if. We apply, but still, let me say this. The winner, of course, try his best to find about, I think, 8 states, and he applied the count if and he count them. So that one thing that he did it very fast, and he did great. So now we're applying count if. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to say count if, what is the range? This is the range. Then I'll put comma, the criteria, then I'll select the state that is here. Then I'll close my bracket and I'll enter and give me 29. And this is it. This is what I got. That's the answer in this. So then I move. So please take note on this. This is the question that, of course, I need. This is the most difficult in this. This is the most difficult question. This question asks you to analyze the total number of participants by qualification. Please just come and look. The way you did this one, write it here. Then you say qualification participants. So now for the qualification, also the way I did it for the state, come back to the qualification column where it is here. Where is called, okay, here we have BSc, diploma, primary, SSC. So I think this is it. I can just copy this immediately. I'll paste it here. The only one I didn't have, I think, is HND. But I don't know how HND was written. Let me come back and see exactly how HND it was written. Okay, it's capital letter. So I think that's the only one we have. That's all. That's all. That's all, I think. So that's all. So let me just go and apply the formula on this. So I will just come here and say equals to count if again, because most of it is count if. So what is the range? So what is the range of my qualification? This is it. So I'll say comma, then what is the criteria? Then I will click. For my criteria, I will click where the names of all the qualifications are. Then I'll press enter, then it give me this. So this is what I have. Look at it. Sorry, I'm deleting all this because we don't have anything there. So this is what we got. So you are done with the question. So analyze the total number of males and females. So I'm going to say here gender. I'm going to say total number. Like that, if you want. So I'm going to say male. For gender, we only have males and females. I don't even need to go there and check. We only have males and females. So I'm going to say count if again. Count if. Going back, where is our gender? Gender is here. Then I will highlight this, comma. Then I will select where I have the males and females in my question. So where is males? Then I will just click on this. Then I'll close it and press enter. And that's all. Then I got it here. This is it. So that's how you keep doing that. Find the total number of distinct state. Distinct state. The total number of distinct state. So for this total number of distinct state, if you want to answer the question, just come here. Just come here and answer it. You don't need to create any table here. If you like, just apply it here. Distinct state that we want is number of state. All you need to is just say equals to count A, because that's the distinct state. It's going to count everything that are not empty within the column of state. That's the distinct. So I'm going to say this and close bracket. No. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you cannot hear me. I'm very sorry. I thought, I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry. Let me come back where I am. Okay, this distinct. So we stop at this distinct. So we need to count the distinct states that we have. So I applied that formula. First, I applied that formula. But you need to apply count if count A formula, but you are applying it across the state, the list of the state that you got. These are the states. Apply it there. What I said, I thought I unmute myself. I'm sorry for that. There are ways of answering these questions. There are different ways, and we know some of you will understand it this way that I'm answering it. So don't worry, we are just moving like that. But The best way of understanding it, I will come back when we are done. I will come back and show you how to do that. So for the qualification, also apply count A and select the list of this qualification. Like I said, please don't just write 5 here. Don't just come and write 5. Please don't do that. Don't just write 5. Please don't write 5. Use count A to select where you want to get the distinct value, please. So this question is asking, find the total number of participants. The total number of participants here also we are applying count A again. So you see, we are applying all this formula across. So now we are applying it across here for us to know the total number of participants that we have, which we have 77. So please, that's it. That's how you got it. Then this formula, by default, this question, we can't answer it. I have to show you the best way to answer all this for you to be able to answer this question. Because seriously, the way it is now, if you apply the VLOOKUP to get the details of the person, you cannot get the exact answer that we need here. So that way, let me answer this number 10 for you to find the age. When I'm done, then we come here, then I will start showing you how to answer the remaining questions. So for this, you already know we are applying the dated if, and I told you already, I told some of you that dated if is just a secret formula. Now dated if is not in Excel. So if you write dated if, you cannot see it. It's only when you memorize it, you know how to use it, that you can use it. If not, you can never know how to use it. So is dated if, open bracket, then we select the date, then we select the current date, because we need to get the age of the people, and we put Y, which stand for year. So this is how the formula is. That is the old date, we can say the old date, the newest day, then the year, the type. So this is the age of the person. He is 24 years old because he was born on what? 12/7/1999. So we got his age. So I'll just click here, then I'll drag it across up till this. I think this is it. Okay, so we have some people here. Okay, so this is where it stopped. So this is where it stopped. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So we got it, and this is the answer. So we got the age of the people. These are the age of the people. So now to answer these questions, let me start with this before I go back to number 9. Let me just rush because I don't want us to waste much time. We have visualization, and I'll try my best to see that. I just create a little bit a dashboard for you, just for you to see it. So to answer this question number 1, please take note, when you give a protected sheet, it's just for us to protect you from editing the data. But you have every right to move to the next sheet. And next sheet is not protected. Please understand that. So now, for this state that you have here, now for this state, you are allowed to, you can copy this column, because I told you we expect you to clean it. You can copy it and paste it here. This is the column that we have for the state. So part of all that I told you, what I'm going to do, I will do this and just remove all the state. So I'm replacing state with empty space. So now we don't have any state with state. So that's all what we have by default. So secondly, you can also filter. Why? Because you want to see which state has wrong spellings and the rest. Just look at it here. We have Jig and Jigawa. So now I'm going to highlight it again. Control H. I'm going to say Jig. I'm turning Jig to Jigawa. Wherever there is Jig, I want that Jig to be Jigawa. So that's it. I got it like this. So if there is any, just check, please. You need to clean the data. Just check well. So there is nothing now. Everything is clean the way it is. Look at it. We don't have any issue. We don't have any state that is written twice. Now we just clean it. That's all what we expect from you in cleaning the data. So I can just copy it again, bring it back into the data and paste it. So even if you cannot paste it, please use it here, analyze it from here like this. Borno FCT, the way I write it there. So just write it here. These are the state that we have. Borno FCT. When you filter it here, just get the name of the state, copy it and bring it back here and paste it here. Please, this is how you do that. So this one also, if you like, copy it, go there and check it there and do it there. So let me just show you for this one. You see this one, for you to retrieve all the data, please copy this all, because to answer that number 9 question, copy this data, you need to come here and paste it here. Yeah, let's just paste it here, and this is it. So for this column, because we need to use this, so let me see, just convert this to text, turn it to text, just make it text, because uh we definitely want to use this column, or you can make it number if you like. Just let me just leave it number the way it is. We need to use this column for us to, is the value that we are using to get the details of the person. So we said we need to use what it is. We need to use the number. Let me show you here. Where is the question? Write a formula that will retrieve your details once you write your number. Please understand that it will retrieve your details. So these are the details. Let me come back to this sheet. Okay, all these are the details. All these are the details. So I'm going to take all this. I'm going to take all this. To me, I'm going to take them and I'm going to put them this way. So this is how I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them this way. But first of all, I'm deleting this. Sorry, I'm copying this. What happened? I can't merge it. Okay, sorry. I'm deleting this number. I'm bringing this up here. Okay, sorry. What I'm going to do, let me just paste it special. Then first of all, I'll copy it again and I'll transpose it. I'll copy this. Sorry. Okay. Okay, let me just put the full number here because that's what we are going to use. Okay. So we are going to use this. I'm copying this. So let me put this here. Okay. So this is the phone number. So if I like, let me just copy this same format and put it here. Okay, let me just copy this. I want it to be like this, but it's okay, no need. Let me just leave it like this, and I believe you can all see it. Okay, so this is the number that we are going to retrieve the informations of the user like this. And when the number is not present there, what we said that we want to see empty. Please understand this question. It's very important. You need to understand this and you need to learn how to do this. Please, yeah, you are applying VLOOKUP. So I'm going to say, for example, I want to get the serial number of the person. So I'm just going to say VLOOKUP. I'm going to use it. So I'll say VLOOKUP. This is the value that we are looking for. Then I'll say comma. The table array is this. Then I'll put comma again. Then I'll put comma. Then column index that I'm looking for is 1 because that's where serial number is. Then I'll put comma. Then I'll say true. I want it to be true. Then I'll close it and I'll press enter. It gives me this. But sorry, I want to see something. That's not what. Okay, sorry. What's this number? Let me see. Let me turn it to text because I can see that it didn't pick. Oh, I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So let me do something. Okay, so since it is text, so let me convert it to number. So I want it to be number. Let me convert this one to number also. What is that? 907. Phone number cannot be ID. I'm sorry, please. Let me see. And it told me it's NE. Is it phone number we are using? Okay, yeah, me too. It just came to my mind. We're not using phone number. Write a formula, I will retrieve your detail when you write your. It shouldn't be phone number. It shouldn't be phone number. Okay. Write your phone number. But if we are using phone number, definitely we can't use. I don't think we can use VLOOKUP. Sorry, definitely you can't use VLOOKUP. If it is a phone number, you can't use VLOOKUP for this. You need to use index. Definitely you need to use index match. You need to use that. Okay, let me see. Index open bracket. This is the array, comma, then the row number. Let me use match and see lookup value. I'm looking for this, comma, lookup array. I'm looking for this, comma, then I'm looking for the exact match. Then I'll close bracket and I press, okay, sorry, I need to close two brackets. Then I press enter. Didn't give us the answer because I want to see. Okay, we need to put the index. Okay, okay, before this, okay, yeah, I need to put comma. Okay, I need colon. Sorry, I didn't complete the formula. Sorry, I didn't complete the index match. So I need to put column number. So column number for this is 1. Let me press enter and see. So it gives me this. No, 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 no. Lookup value. Lookup array. Okay, so mm, 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 mm. Lookup value should be phone number. Let my column should be 2. Bring full name. So I don't need that. Okay, I'm just looking at where I made mistake in this formula. Just want to see where I made mistake. Sorry, let me just try it. Index. This is our array. Then for row number, we'll say match. This is the lookup value, comma. Then the lookup array is this. Then we say comma. Okay, I omitted this. Okay, so I need to put 0, close my index. Then for the colon, let me select 1 and let me see. Okay, sorry, please, I just made mistake because as I'm writing it, I didn't put this 0. Please, I'm sorry. Please, I'm sorry. I made a mistake in writing it, but let me explain it back again to you because I believe it's going to retrieve this was because we are not done with the formula. The question is it needs something else, but let me show you. Let me explain this to you for the purpose of this so that you will understand even index formula today. So for the index, all what it brings to us, it brings to us the data that we have or the data that we have already using the row number of that particular data. So that's how the index is. For the match, it brings the number of row that we are looking for based of the lookup value. So it asks us of the array. All our data is the array, please. That's why we put, we highlight the entire data. So the entire data is our array. So we are highlighting the entire data. Then for it asks us for the row number. Since we have a value that we are looking for, so now this number that we have, let's say we don't know the row of the number. So we are going to get the row of the number based of the match formula. So we are going to say match, open bracket, then we click on lookup value because we are looking for the phone number. We are using phone number. And the reason why, let me say this to you, please understand the difference between using this index match and VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP will not work on this issue. That's why when we use VLOOKUP, we didn't get the answer. You will not get answer with VLOOKUP. Please understand this. VLOOKUP has its own way of doing things. There is someone that asked me one day, what is the difference between VLOOKUP and the index match? Please, they have their differences. So understand this today. So now we have the lookup value, which is the phone number, then we put comma. The lookup array is the column where the phone number is. Then we put exact match, which is 0, and we close bracket. So now we are done with the match. The next thing is to put comma. So, but what I mistake is I forgot to put that exact match there. That where I made mistake, I just closed the bracket and I put comma and put the name of the column where we are looking for that particular value. So now we are looking for column 1, that is the SN. But for this column also, please take note, I'm not going to write the number of the column. I'm applying another match so that we will use the names of the columns that we have across here. We'll use the name of the column for us to get the exact row number that we are looking for. Please don't get confused with all this. This is master class because immediately after this stage you are moving to analyzation stage. So if you can not be able to answer this, it's going to be tricky, and that's how we are going to put a lot of very difficult questions that only the person that deserve 100 key that's supposed to answer that question. So that's how it is. So now we are applying match again. I'm applying match again. The lookup value is this SN. Then I'll put comma. The lookup array is this. Then I will go vertical. Now I'm looking for vertical. That is the row numbers. Please understand this. So any row that tally with this lookup value will give me the number of the row. So if it is SN, it will give me 1. If it is full name, it will give me 2. I'm not the one to write it. It will write it by itself. So then I'll put comma, then I will say exact match, I'll close, then I'll close another bracket, then I'll press enter. Okay. So now it says, sorry. Okay, sorry, maybe let me see if I didn't make any mistake again because SN. So let me see with the column number. I put match, open bracket, lookup is this, comma, the lookup array is this, comma, we are looking for exact match. Sorry. Mm. So why is it didn't work? My match here didn't work, but let me put one and see. If I put one, it works. It's supposed to work. Okay, yeah, I know what happened. I know what happened. It's because of these match cells that I have. So let me remove them. I don't need them at all, please. I don't need these match cells because I know it will work. It has to. There is no reason why it shouldn't. So I will put my match again. The lookup value is this SN, comma. Then the lookup array is going to be this, comma. Yes. Then I'll put 0 for the exact match. Then I'll put enter. Of course, it works. So I don't know. Yeah, it's because of that. It's because of that margin. There is margin with 1 and 2, the margin. So that's why we have that. So don't worry. It's just a glitch to that. So now I'm done with this. What I'm going to do to get all the record is for me to lock all this. So I will lock this, but I'm not locking this. I'll also lock this, and I'll also lock this. These are the 3 rows that I'll lock, and I'll apply them across here. And okay, why am I having this? Wait, there are rows that I didn't supposed to lock. Okay, for the index, I'm locking my index. For the match lookup value, I'm leaving it the way it is. Okay, for the R5, okay, let me see. It will not give me what I want because it will say this. This is supposed to be here. No, I'm locking my array. Let me lock array post. Okay, the lookup value is the phone number, and also this. Let me lock this. Yeah, we need 0. Locking this. What's wrong? Let me see something. Supposed to work. Match lookup value this, comma, lookup array, comma. I'll say we need exact, comma. I'll say match, open bracket, the lookup value is this, comma. The lookup array is this, comma. I need exact, I'll close two bracket. Yeah, I know why it didn't work. It's because I removed that column. I don't know, but let me now highlight this. It's because maybe I removed that, but I think it's supposed to work. This is what I supposed to do. What's wrong? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, sorry. It's from me. This lookup value, I supposed to lock it. That's why I made mistake. Sorry, I supposed to lock the lookup value. That's why we are having all the mistakes. So I'm sorry. I'm supposed to lock it up because I just want us to apply it across. Later on we write it, everything will appear. So let's change the number and see. Let's just pick random number again. Let me pick this one and paste it. You see, everything is here. So let me pick another one and paste it. Everything is changing. Let me pick another one. Let me paste it. Everything is changing. Let me pick another one. Let me paste it. It's changing. So now the question is, what if I put the number that is not there? So we don't want all this. So for here, you need to put in the formula, we need to apply another thing again in the formula. So that is exactly what we are going to do. So let me paste this here. So here we are going to apply if, so we can apply a, I don't know if arrow can work or if NA can work, anyone you want to use. So let me just put all the formula in here. Then I will put empty. So the question said, when you write it, it retrieve your details. And if there is no number, it will say it will retrieve empty. So let's just click here, you see. So it will not put this NA for us, but I don't think if, let's see if arrow will work. If arrow, let me just use if arrow again. So if arrow and if NA, all of them can work in this scenario. Then you double click, you see this number is not there. That's why we have empty. But if the number is there, you see, when we put the number, it retrieve it. But if I put my number 66309565, there is nothing. It will keep bring empty. So this is the question. This question is, we wanted to make this question to be the only question that will differentiate between the people that attempt this, that participated in this stage 2. This is the only question we want people to understand. But you see, it's okay if next time we put questions like this, is what will distinct the people, because most of the people we answered all the question now in stage 2, but most of the people I think it's only 2-3 questions that they answered. So you see, nobody even reached that stage for him to crack his brain and think how to solve it. So this is it, but what I'm thinking is uh uh what I'm thinking is that, you see, I'm explaining all this for you to try to know how to solve all this problem. And the reason why I told you, of course, as I am I'm explaining all this to you. So you see, there is a tendency that why you see in writing the formula, sometimes I will make mistake, I will omit something, uh, just for me to try to make it simple for you to answer it. But the question, of course, is not that difficult. It's something that you can do it. It's not that more complex, like I told you. But when you just calmly write it, you can do it, because you know, sometimes when you are explaining, it will be more difficult than when you are solving the questions. And thank God, like I told you, I'm not the one that set up the questions. So the question was set up by uh, my staffs, and of course they did great, of course, in setting all the questions. And I believed we solved all the questions. They are with me, and I thought, where is Ahmad? If he's with us, if we solve all the questions correctly, let him just say something. If we did it, then we can you know, maybe check it somewhere. But I think that's how it is. Ahmad, if you can talk or mute yourself, maybe you can say something in 2 minutes, because maybe I think we'll resume and create the dashboard for what we have analyzed so far in stage 1 and stage 2. Or maybe because, but let's see. Ahmad, go ahead, please. If we have solved all the questions.
Yeah. So everything is correct.
Okay, so yeah, because this is the first time I'm going to do the questions. And of course, I believed this is it, and that why this question, to me, I will answer it this way, and whoever answer it this way, of course, will mark him, because they might think that's how they can do it. Some of them will not think that they need to copy the data and put it in the other sheet. But definitely you need to learn that as from today. Whenever you have a sheet that is protected, please copy the data if you want, if you can't edit or do anything with the data, copy it and put it in another sheet. Then you finish all the touchings and what you need to do. So thank you. I think it's okay. If you have any question, please, you can drop your question. Let's come back and do the analysis and create the visualization of this that we have done, so that you learn also some few things in this and we can call it a day. So I don't know if you have anything to say, please, you can say it. If you have anything to say, you can say it. If you have anything, you can say. We'll take a recess also. Me too, I'll take a recess. I have a lot on my plate. So when we are doing some recess, me too, I'm doing some work. So I will do some work. When we come back, then we can continue and we see how we can do it. Because I want this to be live so that we can all learn from each other and we can see it together. Okay, please, let's take 10 minutes also again. Have a recess. Maybe we resume by 10:45. I think let's resume by then. Look at Mumazani, so nobody will tell me Bachia Kaji for now. So let's resume by 10:45 and we continue from there. Thank you so much, and you can take care. Okay, so now for the visualization, let's just create the visualization is stage 3. We are moving to stage 3, and stage 3 has to do with visualization and creating of dashboard. So we are starting with by this. So we have states, we have this. So I'm creating some visualization based on the analysis we have done in stage 2. So let's just do that and we are going to see what we are going to create. So for this one, I think for me, it's just a categorical data. And there is, we just need to show what we have in each category, and all of them are independent data. And you know what independent data, if you have categorical data, you know the type of graphs you are going to use for categorical data. I already told you that. Those of you that learn data visualization and also, you know that. So let me just go to insert. And so you see, this is another thing that I told you, you need to apply all this in different sheet, because in this protected sheet, we cannot even use, what did I say? We cannot even use charts here. We cannot do it. So we have to copy it. Let's just copy it and move it to this chart that we are using. So, or if you want, we can just create another chart. So I can just paste it here. So I'm sorry, I'm pasting special. So let me just paste it special, not with, you know, with that. So under insert, so we are just going to put, I think, let's just put bar charts, or we can put the bar chart, we can use this one, or we can use that one. So what I'm going to do is, for me, this one is okay. And whenever I create this one, please, I'm always sorting it. It's something that I never tell you about. I'm sorted it. I'm always sorting it. Look at how it is. It can be great, highest to smallest or smallest to highest. Or I can just do it like this. You see, it can be like this, but normally it has to be this. It has to be this, the first one that we use. This is how it's supposed to be. Look at it. So that's why I do it. And it looks more perfect than just the way it is. So I always remove this line, the grid lines in it, and I remove this one. We don't need it. And this is how it is. So we are just going to call it number of participants by states. So this is it, number of participants by state, and we see all the state that we have and the number of participants. So for the color, for the purpose of this, let me see the color we have in this. So we are using this dark green. So I'm just using green and white. So don't worry for this. I don't want to waste much time, but let's just create the dashboard. Even if we don't have time, we'll close it there. So I will just use green. So I love green, white, green. So let's just use green. But this is not the green that we are using. I think this is the green. Sorry. I think this is the green. This is the one. I think this is the green in here. I don't know. I just want to use the green, this one. Oh, it's okay. Let's just use this one. But this one is not that. Let's use this one also. It's okay. Let's not just focus on green or whatever. It's okay. Let's just use this one. Oh, let, let me put the first one. I put it's just even nice. Okay, let's use this first one. Okay, so we are done with this. Let's go back to the chart. Sorry. Okay, I have a lot of screens on my this. I need to minimize some. Sorry. Okay, so let's come back to the question, and this is the qualification. So I'm copying the qualification also. So let me just put it here. I'm pasting special for this one. I'll put the bar chart. Even this qualification is just categorical data. So I'll put the bar chart, and also this one I will sort it the way I did it for that one. I'm just showing you this because it's better like this. But now I want it to start with the uh largest to smallest. So this is how I want it to go. I want the trend to go like this. Yeah. So that's okay. So let's just change it to that color that we use for the post one. So let me just use this. So it's okay. We have two charts again. So let's see what do we analyze again. So we have females and males. So for these females and males, please, I'm not going to I'm going to apply the percentage of this. So let me just take them and use the percentage. So I just want to get the percentage of males and females. I'm not using the number. So let me just press special. So I'm not using the number. So let me just say male, female, then I would say percentage gender, for example. So I'm going to say equals to, okay, first of all, let me get the total. Or if you like, you can just sum it and divide it and multiply it. If you like, you can say sum, open bracket, or you can say open bracket, this plus this divided by this, enter, multiply by 100. You can do that if you like and put everything in double quote. But let me just do this like this way. Let me get the total here. Okay. Okay. So I, I can say this divided by this. Okay, that one I supposed to start with the 69 instead of that one. Like this. Let me just show you that. So I have to start with this equals to then divided by this plus this. So it will give me the same answer. So it's just another way of doing it. If you like, you can do that. But this one is just kind of it is more I need to lock this for post. I need to lock this. Then I can drag it down. So you see, I have 10% here, I have 90%. It's just a way of doing it. If you don't want to get the sum and this, is just for you to concat two functions. I don't know if you learn something in it. I don't know. But if you did, I think it's something that, of course, I want to show you how to do that. So here it is. Let's just go to insert. So for this one, I'm just going to put my donut chart or my pie chart. So I can put pie chart, I can put donut chart if I want. But the best one I think is this. So let's just use this. We can use this. But yeah, should I show you the yeah, we can use this. And of course, I can duplicate it. Sorry. Let me just sorry. Let me just duplicate it and show you something. Let me call this percentage females. Let me call this percentage males. So this is for the females here. I'm changing the color of this. I'm putting no fill, but here I'm turning it to green. Okay, sorry, not no pill for this one. Put green is supposed to take this green. So this is how I want it. So for this one, I will make this one to be no fill. Okay, sorry. This one, just double click on it. When you double click, it will select that one. Then for this one, then you double click on this one alone. Then we can put this. But let's just change the color and put this blue. So that's for the percentage of males and females. So if you like, we can put the percentage in here. So for this one, we can just turn this. I can just remove this, just leave this. For this one, I can remove this and leave this. So that's all. So we have this, but we don't have time for me to use all these charts. Please, I have progressive charts in one video. If you like, just please go ahead and use that. But for this one, I think I'll put it when we are creating the dashboard. Let me just go and see if we have anything else that left. Please, I'm sorry. I don't want us to waste much time. So now we have this, find the total number of distinct state is 11. So this one, don't worry, I'll use it at above. Okay. So age. Yeah. So for the age, these are the age of the participant. For the age, we are copying the age, of course. Let me copy it and call it participant age. Don't worry, we have a chart that we can use for this because this is a numerical data. We can see age of participants. You all know the type of charts we are going to use. I believe you know. So we are going to use histogram because histogram use always whenever we have a data that is a numerical data, and or you can call it quantitative data that comes in ranges. We are going to use that. So now I'm highlighting it because we want it to be in range. So let's just see where is our histogram. This is it. Here it is here. So we just click on it and histogram is going to categorize the age but for us. That's how it's going to work. So now if you look at it now like this now. You see, it's categorized the age from 0 to 4.5. It says this it just categorized all the ages for us. So that's how it is. So that's what it did for us. 18 to 22.5, we have 9 people. 22.5 to 27 age, we have 36. Plus 37 to, you see, that's what it did for us. So this is it. And we just continue like that. So you see, we have 0. That why it put this 0 to this because there is 0 in the edge. There is someone with 0 each. So if you like, if we want to remove that 0 and put something, it will remove this automatic for us. So for this, if I put, for example, this 0 and put 17. So let's come back to our histogram. You see, it removes that. And we have some people with 11 years. With all these 11 and 14, please, let's just get rid of them because why we can't use 11 years old person in this. You're supposed to be 18. So, or 17 or something like, oh, cool. But 11 years, but let's just leave it. But let me just put 15 because this thing is supposed to be, yeah, so it's supposed to be somehow like this, that's reasonable. 15 is okay. So all this is what histogram is doing for you. So you see, we have the categories of our age, and this is it. And it's amazing also, as you can see. So we are removing the grid lines in the charts, and we are making this to be that green color. Why that's green color? Here it is. So we'll just say okay, let's say age of participants. Or we can say, okay, I don't know. Let's just leave it like this, don't worry. Let me just copy this. Let me just paste it here. So let's see if there is anything. Please, that's all I think. So we have how many charts? We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 charts. So let's just create a dashboard based on these 5 charts. So let me just copy them, please. I'm sorry. Let me just copy them to next page. So I'm copying them. Let me copy, not cut. So this is our page. So let me just zoom it a little bit because the chart is the list is not going to be that big. So let me see. I don't know if there is someone. Okay, it's not going to be that big. We are just going to have just a very small dashboard. Okay, here it is. So I'm removing the grid lines. I don't need them. So let me paste my charts. These are the charts. So I'm reducing the size. Okay, so I'm reducing the size. Okay, don't worry, I'll just try my best. Okay, let me reduce it a little bit. It's just big. But okay, this one is okay. Let me just reduce the chart to pit. I don't want us to have big charts like this. Let's just have something like this. It's too small. Mm-mm. Okay, so I don't know how it's going to look like, but let me just try and see. Just try and see. Oh, let me just reduce 10 again. Okay, so here it is. Okay, so what chart do we have? We have this one again. Okay, let's have this. I'm sorry, I'm just resizing it. I'm just resizing it. Mm, okay, we have another one. Okay, so I'm putting this one here. Let me reduce this. Yeah. Okay. So I have number of states. So there are two things I just want to add. I have number of states is 11, qualification is 5, and also participants is 77. So that's all what I have. 11, 5, and 77. So I'm putting this. So for states, I have 11. Let me arrange this. outline, we don't need it. Or reduce that okay. We have 77, then we have number of qualifications. Okay, so I think we are almost done. Don't worry, there is one thing that left, which is I'm just going to put the percentage that we have inside this. We are going to put the percentage. Don't worry, I can write it or I can select it from where we have it. I can put equals to and click here, but we know we have 90 and we have 70. So I'm putting 90%. Don't worry, let me just reduce it a little bit. 90%. So 90% is this. Then I'm copying it. That is Control D to duplicate. I'm putting it here. Here I'm putting 10%. So that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay. So let me increase this. That's it. That's it. That's it. Let me just increase this. Okay. So far, this is what we can do. Okay, there is one thing I can do now, please. Let me just show you that. There is one thing left. Okay, I have to do it one after the other, sorry. There is one thing left to me, which I think I have to do. is just for me to put shadows. And I'm using this. I'm using this. I'm using this. So that's it. That's it. So this is it so far. This is what we are able to design. So let me just increase this a little bit. A little bit. Okay. So this is what we are able to do. I think this one should go up. I have to increase the size of this to 24. Sorry, we are done. Don't worry. We have some few minutes left. Few minutes to go. And we are going, of course. I'm just trying to see this. Don't worry, me, I don't even need this fill. Let me just remove it. I'm seeing something else. So I don't need fill. So now, of course, you can be on your own. Yeah. Okay, so here it is. Okay, please, I'm sorry, it's my network that just check. So I don't know. But I'm back. Can you hear me, please? Let me know if you can hear me. I'm sharing my screen. If you can see the screen, let me know, please. I have shared the screen again. So this is it. And this is what we are able to do so far. Okay. So for the presentation after creating the dashboard, you'll be asked to present what you have done. Of course, then you need to explain to us your findings. So your finding has to be what you have find out. Maybe you find out that so percentage is this, so this is this. You need to understand. You need to do that. You explain to us. That's all what you need to do. That's all what you need to do, because we'll not ask you more than that. It's just for us to ask you to explain what you have done. Because now, as you can see, you can tell us that based on your analysis, it shows that a so state has more participants than so state. Of course, and it's because of so this. Maybe next time we need to this. You need to, all what you said in your presentation said a lot about you. But let me show you how to do that. Let me just explain this to you. So after I did this for me to present this dashboard, I'll just say that, okay, the first chart, okay, the first thing is state. We have 11 states, we have 77 number of participants, and we have 5 different types of qualifications. So this is what I will explain. Then the first chart is a histogram. I will tell the reason why I use the histogram. I told you the reason when we are using it. Then you can say that it shows that we have 3 people that are between the age of 15 and 18. Then we also have 9 people between the age of 18 and 22. We have 22. So the number of people that we have that participated in the competition are between 22 to 26 years of age. And these are to me, this is the best thing that I want. That's the people we are targeting, because they are the youth. So if we have the highest number of people are the youth, of course, that's what we want. Followed by the people between 26 to 29. If you put them together to 32 and 19, they are the people that we are targeting, and they are the people that we want to know what they are doing. So you see, this data is telling you that, yes, of course, this is what we want, because it shows that the highest number of people are from 15 to 18, or they are above 40. So you see, there are issues. Look at now, this competition it shows us that we don't have people above 40 years of age. That's what it shows us in our this. That's what it shows us in this when it's categorized this. But This is what you should understand, and this is what you should explain. Then if you look at the percentage, then you can say that, of course, the percentage of males participated more than females. Then we need more females to participate in the next round. Of course, we need that, because me too, this that we just did with you, I'm going to use this to of course, for us to do something, since we did the analysis together. So we are going to do that. So you see, so we'll say that we have only 10% of females. So we need to create more awareness for females to join the males, because 90% are the males. Is only 10, which to me, data analytics job is more to females than males, because females has a lot of time than males and the rest. So it's just the way everyone think of it. But to me, is more to females to me than males. So we need more females to participate. So about the participant, we have BSc. Those that are graduate are 43. This tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. It tells you a lot. So you see, 43 of the people out of the 77 are all graduates. Of course, our target are graduates. Those that finish their degree, and of course, they will need to learn this, so that, because data analytics can enter into any profession. So this is something that all this said a lot. And we only have one person with primary certificate. We have SSCE 13. Of course, 13 people in SSCE is saying a lot, since immediately after their secondary, before they move to university, or they are in SSC, we want them to keep learning it. Because as we are working harder, we want to target people from secondary school. We want to start teaching them from secondary, for them to have years of working experience immediately before they graduate. So that's something else. And if you look at the state, is Zamfara state with the highest participant, and that way is, maybe I'm from Zamfara, I shared it with my people, so a lot of people just go and register that I'm from my state. You see, that can say a lot about that. So it means that we need to create more awareness to people that are not from Zamfara to participate, because it's not physical, everyone can participate. We have six from Kano and Jigawa, we have 5, we have this. You see, this is all what this data is saying to us, and this is what we have done. So when you say all this, you did the presentation, because we gave you 5 minutes to do the presentation, and that's all. Then we do the marking and we announce the winner. So this is it, and exactly where we are going to stop. And if you have a question, I didn't see any question in the chat, we're going to call it a day, because I don't know how many minutes left for us. Maybe it can cut anytime. So please, if you have a question, you ask. If you don't, maybe I will share this dashboard with you, and also I will share the data when I upload the video. You can check the description in the video when I upload it. Then you can download the data that we use. Then you go ahead, if you like, you practice what we have done for you to master it again. So if you have any question, you ask. If you don't, I think it's time for us to call it a day. Please, if you have a question, you ask. If you don't, we call it a day. Any question, please? Any question? Any question? No questions from anybody. So this is where I'm going to wish you all the best. See you next time, and have a wonderful dream. Bye-bye.